Shabbat Shalom. Rabbi and Lindy are on vacation this Shabbat. They have been working so hard these last few months, and I'm so glad that they're taking some time to care for themselves and to recharge their batteries. My name is Karma. I'm the Director of Education here at Temple Israel. And with the love and support of our volunteer accompanist, Steve Schermerhorn, with our cameraman, Gabe Bullard, our Temple President, Leslie Weiss, and most importantly, all of you, we will bring Shabbat into our homes and into our hearts. Please know that all of us here are physically distant, one from the other. We are wearing masks, except when speaking on camera, and we are taking every precaution so to protect ourselves and to protect our families. Rabbi Schneur Zalman taught, there are gates in heaven that cannot be opened except by melody and song. One of the silver linings of COVID is that when you celebrate Shabbat at home, you can sing like no one's listening and you can dance like no one's watching. So come, let us welcome Shabbat. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zeichem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. As we prepare to light our Shabbat candles, I invite you to light your Shabbat candles with us. If you don't have Shabbat candles, use tea lights or those scented candles from your bathroom or leftover Hanukkah candles. Whatever you have that can bring light and warmth into your home and make your home a sacred space. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Please join me in Hine Matov. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim. Ay shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad, gam yachad. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים גם יחד, גם יחד. הנה מה טוב is usually translated as how good it is. But the Hebrew word tov can also be translated as fulfilling. We are here together to fill ourselves up with a sense of belonging, a sense of community. We are here to reaffirm that we are a Kehillah Kedosha, a holy community. And if there is to be holiness, we know that we have to create it and name it and live it. We begin to do that through prayer. We continue to do it when our prayer moves us to deeds. As we are called to prayer with the Baruch Hu, may we also be called to seek out and create opportunities to bring goodness into our world. Those who are able, please rise. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Boreo, balayla, golel, or mipechoshev, golel, or mipechoshev, bechoshev, mipeor. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Please be seated. The Shema is a declaration of belief, but belief has no value if it is not accompanied by action. And so the Shema continues with the words of the Ve'ahavta, a little piece of Torah that is traditionally chanted every single day to remind ourselves not just what we believe, but how we should act. Rabbi Scott Hausman Weiss teaches, be someone whose actions teach your children of goodness and greatness by the way of your deeds more than your words. Be someone whose family would affirm that you are as decent at home as your colleagues think you are at work, and vice versa. Be someone whose life could be worthy of being chanted like words of Torah. So let's chant a little Torah together. Please join me in the Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol lebavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha v'veitecha uv'lechtecha b'derech uv'shofecha uv'kumecha uv'kshartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu letotavot v'heinenecha uv'tavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'ishavrecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Adonaï, mi kamocha, nedar makol. ya la 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 la, ya ba bum bum bim bum, ya la 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 la, ya ba bum bum bim bum. We are living in a time of uncertainty, a time when we could easily be sucked into the darkness. The Hashkivenu asks for shelter, for protection, for the strength to face the darkness of this night and to embrace the light of a new day. Guard us from all harmful things. Oh, Adonai, keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us daily wrong from right. Oh, Adonai. Teach us daily wrong from right. Oh, Adonai. Amen. 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 And those who are able, please rise and join me in the Amidah. Anananananana Adonai, Ananananana Sfatai Tita, Ananananana Ufi Yagi, Ufi Yagi Sehilatecha. Ananananana Adonai, Ananananana Sfatai Tita, Ananananana Ufi Yagi, Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imateinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor HaNorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei HaKol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imachot, Umei B'Geula Livnei B'neihem, למען שמו ואהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל, אתה רב להושיע, מחכה חיים בחסד, נחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר עצורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדומה לך, מלך מנהיג ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמנת להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום, יהללוך סלה. Baruch. And be seated, and I invite all of us to take a few quiet moments for our own private conversations with the Holy One.
So those of you that know me know I love to read Torah. And since we've been sheltering in place, we have only had the opportunity to read Torah once together. So I am really excited that we are having a short, but hopefully meaningful Torah service this evening. So if you are able, please rise as our ark is open. Kim Etzion Tesei Torah. Kim Etzion Tesei Torah. Udevar Adonai Yerushalayim. Baruch Shem Natan Torah, Torah. Baruch Shem Natan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Beit Yaakov lechuvenelcha be'or Adonai. O house of Jacob, come. Let us walk in the light of our God. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonai, Gadol Shema. Lecha Adonai Hayedu, Hayedu, Urav Hatifel, Eretz Be'aretz, Be'aretz. Ki chol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz, Ki chol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz. Lecha Adonai Ha'malacha, Be'amina aseh, Le'kol Holerosh. I am not just a California girl. I hail from Los Angeles, where pretty much the only way to get from here to there is in a car. So, when I went to visit my kids in New York, I had no idea why the loudspeaker in the subway kept telling me to mind the gap. I know my East Coast friends will laugh at me, but honestly, I had no idea what the gap was, let alone why I was being admonished to be mindful of it. That memory came to mind as I was reading this week's Torah portion, Matot Maaseh, the last portion in the book of Bamidbar. Our 40 years of wandering in the desert is coming to an end, and we are preparing to enter Israel. Like most travelers, we have a plan. We'll enter the land, reclaim our ancestral property, and then divide the land up between the 12 tribes. Each tribe had already been assigned its own territory, so there wouldn't be any squabbling once we got there. But then, it happened. You know, they say, man plans and God laughs. Well, in this case, God planned, and while man didn't exactly laugh, he also didn't totally buy into the plan. The leaders of the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh come to Moses and say, hey, we're ranchers, and there's this sweet little piece of property just outside of the land of Israel, so that would be perfect for us and for our herds. Moses immediately rebukes the leaders, accusing them of abandoning their people and not fulfilling their communal obligations. And then, written in the Torah scroll, there is a gap. If you've ever seen a Torah scroll, then you know that gaps in the text are pretty rare. Combine that with the teaching that everything in the Torah has significance, including the spaces between the letters and the words, and well, we are compelled to stop and mind the gap. What is it trying to teach us? I believe that the gap is trying to teach us a lesson about dialogue and debate, about really listening to what others have to say, about taking time to really process what you have heard so that you can respond in a calm, wise, and respectful fashion. So often, when someone says something that rubs us the wrong way, we respond out of anger. We respond irrationally. We respond with words that we often wish we could take back. Unlike Moses' fast and furious rebuke, when the text resumes after the gap, the leaders of Reuben and Gad and Manasseh respond to Moses' concerns and criticisms in a calm, positive, and reassuring fashion, letting him know that they have no intention of abandoning their people, and that they have every intention of fulfilling their communal obligations. Once that is done, then, and only then, will they settle the lands outside of Israel. Words can harm, and words can heal. Let us use them carefully, and let us always remember to mind the gap. King Hiratson, may it be God's will. Amen. And I would like to invite everyone to join me in a congregational aliyah. So if you are following along in the printed service, the text that I am reading is included in the service, and we are reading, as I said, from the very end of the book of Bamidbar. So you will notice that the end of the reading, the melody is a little bit different. It's a special melody that is only used when we finish reading a book of Torah. And after we finish reading the text, we will all chant together the words Chazak, Chazak, V'nitchazek, which means be strong, and we will be strengthened. Awesome words for any time, really, really awesome words for this time. So join me in a communal aliyah. Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach, Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah. Vatiyena machla tirtzah, v'chodla umilta, v'noah, v'notzrofkat, livnei dodehem, lenashim, mimishpechot, bnei Menashe ben Yosef, hayu lenashim, uti nachalatan, al matei mishpachat avihem, ele hamitzvot ve'hamishpatim asher tziva Adonai beyad Moshe el bnei Yisrael ba'aravat Moab al Yarden Yerecho Chazak Chazak v'nichazek Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'tocheinu Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah. As is our we say a Mishabera, a prayer for healing in the presence of our Torah scroll. This week, we are thinking especially of Eliyahu HaKohen Ben Lila, Diane Dakin, Samantha Porteous, Craig Corrin, Sally Glick, Randy Watkins, Betty Morgan, Sidra Goldsmith, Paul Fairbrook, Ron and Marguerite Ray, Gabrielle Lopez Smith, Ira Abramson, Lynn Martucci, Bradley Cantor, Lori Silvaggio, Dana Glazier, Jackie Burke, Danny Rochman, Rebecca Williams, Bert Carlson, Ricardo Holbrook, Heidi Krantz, Philip Blair, Andy Bernhardt, Jeanette Saphir, Todd Berry, Gloria Campas, Elizabeth Lowy, Randy Bell, Leslie Hirschfeld, Christina Vogel, Harry Harris, Susie Lopez, Alma Nelson, Jerome Peer, and Vivian Culver. And I invite you now to say aloud the names of your loved ones who also need prayers of healing, or to share their names in our chat. And please join me in the words of the Mishabera. Here at the synagogue and in your homes, all of us who are in need of these same prayers of refuat hanefesh and refuat haguf, healing of mind and body and spirit. Baruch atah Adonai rofeh hacholim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who heals the sick. Amen. And we join together in a prayer for our country and the state of Israel. Guardian of life and liberty, grant blessings to our country. Grant our leaders patience and wisdom. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife. And may we never be lazy in the work of peace. Eternal God, grant blessings to the state of Israel. Protect her people, shelter them with peace, and grant them deliverance from the violence that surrounds them. May they live in harmony with one another and with their neighbors. May the bonds of faith and fate that unite the Jews of all lands be a source of strength and blessing to each of us at this time, we would lift up the Torah and turn it around, or I guess hold it in front of the camera so that we could all see the beautiful words of the scroll. But you know, the mitzvot, the commandments, our rituals and our customs, they were given to us to keep us safe, to keep us healthy, and they were given to us to live by. We are close to the end of the Torah. It's pretty lopsided. I am not comfortable lifting the scroll. Normally, I would ask Steve to come and lift for me, but we talked about it earlier today, and after my hands have been all over it, and I've been talking to you and chanting right here on the Torah scroll, we decided that God would understand if we didn't take the risk of sharing germs with each other. So tonight, I am sorry, you will not be able to see inside the scroll, but save it for another day. Always something good to come back for at a future time. And please join me as we put the Torah away. Mezot HaTorah Asher Sam Moshe Lifnei Bnei Yisrael Al Pi Adonai Beyad Moshe Ki Lekach Tov Natati Lahem Torati Al Ta'azovu Etz Chalimi Lamachazikim La Betomea Me'ushal Derachei Or Darchei Noam Lechol Netivotecha Shalom Ashivenu Adonai Elecha Benashuva Chodesh Yameinu Chodesh Yameinu Kekedem. The last few weeks, Rabbi and Lindy have introduced a beautiful setting of Aleinu written by Dan Nichols. And I love that his words can help us understand what the Aleinu is trying to teach us. The Aleinu is the last official prayer of the service, and it sends us out, back into the world, with these amazing words. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol. It is up to us. It is absolutely incumbent upon each and every one of us to make this world a better place to live, to make this a world deserving of God's blessings. Those who are able, please rise for Aleinu, and may we all do something this week, no matter how large or how small, to make the world just a little bit better. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'tepidu la'le'aser breshis, shelo asam tigayeh ha'rapsot, velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kachem, begor aleinu kechol hamonam. Va'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim our custom at the end of each service to remember our loved ones who are no longer with us, but who have made a very real difference in our lives. This week, our hearts go out to Rabbi and to Lindy and to the entire Gwozdov family upon the passing of Rabbi's Aunt Shirley. So she passed just last night. So may her family find comfort and find strength, and may Shirley's memory be a blessing to her entire family and to all who knew her and who loved her. We also acknowledge these loved ones who are in the Shloshim, or the Shana, who have lost their loved one in the last 30 days or within the last year. We remember with love Diane Ginn, Mia Lynn Mazel, Darylyn Halpern, Bill Schwartz, Sue Solomon, Joan Freer-Thor, Florence Gwozdov, Dennis Willens, John Guerin, Bill Wong, Leonard Colbert, Mel Halpern, Andy Heisler, Clay Utterback, Richard Ripken, Archie English, Carol Blumenthal, Linda Sue Morgan Ray, Jerry Reeses, Pablo Carmona Cruz, Oren Kabakar, Barbara Navarrete, Charlotte Trunston, Adiel Fischler, Marcia Davidson, and Evan Stein. Additionally, we remember those who have a yortzeit in the week ahead, the anniversary of their passing. We remember with love Randy Berkman, Harry Kurlander, my daughter of a different mother, Rachel Nasanel, Mendel Koren, Alvin Davidson, Gary Goldberg, William Massover, Jody Altman Amoroso, Tim Grutman, Herbert Gutmann, Dorothy Smith, Dorothy Stein, Norman Weinstein, Ghislaine Manoyer Messenger, Kathy Underwood, Paul Dunn, Katie Hoffman, Randy Williams, Sarah Goldberg, Ryan Marriage, Jane Sobel, Lucille Strauss, and Bart Warschauer. May the memory of all these loved ones be for a blessing. And we join together in the words of the mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach birutei v'yomlich malchutei, v'chayekon v'yomechon, uvchayei b'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'tizman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam l'olei amayim, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yithalel v'yithalal shemei kudsha brichu, le'ela mikol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'miran v'yoma v'imru amen. Yehi shlomo rabban min shemayim, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'roma, huya aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all of us and comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us say, Amen. And we end our Shabbat celebration this evening with the beautiful words of Oseh Shalom V'Roma. May the one who makes peace in the heavens bring peace to all of us and to all of the world. Israel. See you next week.
Shabbat shalom.